Hello, hello, and welcome back to the channel, or as I like to call it, our little corner of the internet. I am super excited for this extra special Christmas episode of Deb on the Web. Our first ever, but certainly not our last. I have a guest here. You may know him. Also, in my jams, ready for Christmas, Joy. Or, we are a little inquisitive channel here, so it's not all joyful. But don't worry, we'll have some wholesome moments. We're going to go ahead and get to it. I just want to remind you this is for entertainment purposes only. So I hope everyone is having a beautiful day, and we're going to get to it. And let's go. Starting with an Now, let's find out what's going on with these doors. Okay. Because I am skeptical ever since I heard about it.
Curious about the Vatican's Christmas Eve ritual? Here's why you shouldn't miss it. So, what's the buzz about the Pope opening a door on Christmas Eve? Let's clear things up. On December 24th, 2024, Pope Francis will open the Holy Door of St. Peter's Basilica, kicking off the Jubilee year. This tradition dates back to 1300 and symbolizes a pathway to salvation and forgiveness. This year's theme? Hope. But wait, what exactly is a Jubilee year? It's a special holy year in the Catholic Church dedicated to prayer, forgiveness, and pilgrimage. Every 25 years, Catholics can visit Rome or their local cathedral to obtain a plenary indulgence, which is a remission of the temporal punishment for sin. Here's a fun fact. The Pope will also open a holy door at Rome's Rebibbia prison on December 26th. This highlights God's mercy and ministry to the vulnerable, making it the only holy door not in a papal basilica. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Some viral claims say the Pope is opening portals to another world and releasing fallen angelic souls. The Holy Door ritual has been performed since 1425 and is all about forgiveness, not summoning demons or evil spirits. Remember, the Holy Door represents a passage to salvation inspired by St. John's Gospel, "I am the door. If anyone enters by me, he will be saved and will go in and find pasture." So, no demons, just hope and forgiveness. So this Christmas Eve, think of the Holy Door as a symbol of hope and renewal. It's a beautiful tradition that brings people together in faith and forgiveness. And that's the real magic. Thanks for watching and happy holidays. Don't forget to like and follow for more fascinating insights.
Okay, that's nice. I hope that made you guys feel a little better about it. I mean, it's been going on since the 1400s, right? And nothing's gotten worse. Right? Just kidding. I'm sure it's nothing to do with the doors. I bet the doors are symbolically a wonderful thing. But interesting.
It's no coincidence that the most famous
So,
Christmas story is
this one.
A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens was first published in 1843. It tells
I'm not
the
sure why it's
story of a man tormented by a series of ghosts the night before Christmas. This story belongs to a once rich, now nearly forgotten tradition of telling ghost stories on Christmas Eve. An old Victorian custom from the mid-1800s into the early 1900s, families would gather around their fireplace and share ghost stories with each other. The frigid weather and long nights were considered the best conditions to share spooky stories. The darker aspects of Christmas have their origins in pagan tradition, like the winter solstice celebration and the festival known as Yule. The darkest day of the year was seen by many as a time when the dead could have access to the living. Legend says that on Christmas Eve, ghosts could walk the earth and finish unsettled business. Unfortunately, the Victorian tradition of telling blood-curdling ghost stories with family around a fireplace on Christmas Eve has been almost completely forgotten. On this Christmas Eve, will you be keeping alive the Victorian tradition? Let me know if you decide.
I don't know. What about you guys? Is there anyone out there who tells ghost stories as part of their Christmas tradition? I'm intrigued. I like it. It feels right up our alley. I like it. How many of you are familiar with minced meat pie? Do you know where it came from? Do you wanna?
Scary Christmas Urban Legends, Part 1. Hopefully you're not eating right now because this one's gonna make you lose your appetite. So this is minced meat pie. Apparently people actually like this and like to eat it during Christmas time. Legend goes that it was created in the 16th century as a way for humans to cook and eat other humans. You heard me correctly, humans were added to this dish. And apparently this rumor or legend is why mincemeat pies no longer have meat in them. At least most don't anymore. Mmm, delicious. Like and follow for more weird shit like this.
Wow. I mean, there were probably a lot of deceased people back then. Seems like a very bleak time. Minced meat pie. I think I'll go the rest of my life without ever having it. Never have. This one, I'm going to turn the sound down because I already feel a copyright infringement coming my way. I'm going to turn the sound all the way down, and then I'm going to read it to you. This is about creepy Christmas legends from around the world. So, first up, of course, we've got the legendary Krampus, half goat, half man, who punishes naughty children. Then we've got Frau Perchta. She cuts open the bellies and replaces organs of bad children with straw and pebbles. Why those things? I'm not sure. I'm sure that we could research, but wow. Wow, Frau. Then, ooh, I don't like the AI. Okay. Of course, our friend St. Nicholas resurrected 3 murdered children chopped up in a pickle barrel from a serial killer. I don't know that one. I don't know that one. Wish I looked into it for this episode. Anybody familiar? Good for him. Sounds like the good one. Mary Loide causes mischief to those who fear her and luck to those who grant her entry into their home. I'll tell you this, I'm not falling for that. I'm not falling for that. I will be okay. Don't let her in, okay? I mean, I don't know. I feel like she's looking right at me because I said that. Okay. I do not know how to say this, but I'm going to try, and I will butcher it. Kalikantzaroy. These are tiny goblins that run wild, causing mayhem from Christmas Day until the Feast of the Epiphany. Now let's take a beat to look up when is the Feast of Epiphany celebrated. So that is on January 6th. So, got quite a bit of goblin time going on. I wonder what they do in their off time. I kind of think they just keep doing the mischief thing. Oh boy. So many more things out there to fear than I realized. Then we've got Hans Trapp, a cannibal scarecrow who carries naughty children into the dark forest, never to be seen again. There are a lot of things like this, I gotta be honest, I don't like it. Were these just a way of keeping kids in check? That's what it's feeling like. And then the Yule Cat. Yolactrin. A giant cat who roams the mountains, ready to eat children not wearing new clothes. I did read a little about this one, but since it was included here, I didn't add more to it. Apparently, it's a giant cat who goes around, and if you did not receive presents, through no fault of your own, he eats you. So get your kids presents, you know what I mean? I'm just kidding. I'm definitely kidding. So we learned about some new guys on the Christmas team. It's not just our buddy Santa. Why are not more of them happy?
Christmas horror movies that'll keep you up. Krampus is a 2015 horror comedy film that is based on the mythical creature of the same name. The film follows a young boy named Max who loses his Christmas spirit and inadvertently summons Krampus, a demonic creature who punishes those who have lost the true meaning of Christmas, especially to warn those who have been a bit too naughty around this time. As Krampus and his minions terrorizes Max's family and his friends, they must fight to survive and save Christmas from being completely destroyed. Now, outside of the movie, Krampus is known to be this mythical creature from European folklore, who is said to punish children who have been naughty. In some depictions, Krampus is portrayed as a frightening figure with horns, a long tongue, and sharp teeth. He may also carry chains or a bundle of birch branches to whip misbehaving children, so you can imagine how terrifying this being is in the movie. Also directed by Michael Dougherty, you can't go wrong watching this Christmas classic.
I've not seen it. Let me know if it's good if you have. Very curious. And I just want to say thank you for being here. And if you're enjoying these videos as much as I love creating them, go on ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can join this awesome community that we are building. Let's just send positive vibes to each other for a happy new year, a happy holiday. If you had nothing to do today, I really hope that you had some fun spending time together. If you were busy and this is just like, I'm winding down and hey, there's an episode. Cool. I'm still happy you're here. And I hope that we can bring a smile to your face. One thing that might is we have a giveaway. And I'm really excited. I showed you yesterday, but I'll show you again. This really cool ornament. Look at it. It's glass too. It's not plastic or anything. It's way cooler than I even thought it was going to be. And I want you to have one with me. So what we're going to do is go on ahead in the comments below. Say, you know, if you want to leave a comment or whatever, just put #Mary at the beginning of it. And then what I'm going to do, we're going to go the whole rest of this day. Let's see, we have to have a cutoff, right? So let's say this is Christmas. Let's say noon my time, the day after Christmas. So it'll be noon Eastern Standard Time, the day after Christmas. That's the cutoff. I'm going to go through all of the comments and then enter them all into some sort of randomizer, and then we'll pick a winner, and then we will hook up to get each other's information, and I will send you the other ones so we have matching ones. Kind of like the turtle doves in Home Alone, but aliens, because we're us, right? Yeah. If you're interested, go on ahead, #Mary. And only on this video. This is the only one I'll be checking. So make sure you get that in by noon tomorrow. My time. And I just want to thank you again. I hope everybody just stay safe. Take your time out there. Have a beautiful day. Let's keep going, right? We got more Christmas stuff to learn about. That symbol has very Freemasony vibes.
In the depths of winter, as darkness reigns supreme, humanity has long sought symbols of hope, life, and renewal. The evergreen tree, defying the frost, became a beacon, a reminder that life persists even in the coldest of times. Before the coming of Christendom, evergreens were revered by pagans. The Egyptians honored Ra, decorating their homes during the winter solstice. The Norse celebrated Yule, venerating the resilience of evergreens under the watchful eye of Yggdrasil, the sacred world tree. To the Obumbrati, the evergreen holds deeper meaning, a symbol of the eternal cycle of light and shadow. In the silent language of trees, they see resilience, wisdom, and the shadow self's power to thrive in the darkest times. The sacred tree is more than a decoration, it is a living talisman. As Christianity spread, the evergreen became a canvas for new stories. The paradise tree, adorned with apples, spoke of Eden's lost glory. By the 16th century, candles were added, lights piercing the darkness, reflecting the faith in eternal life. In Obumbrati lore, the lights and stars of the Christmas tree symbolize the interplay of opposites, light and darkness, life and death, the seen and unseen. Each ornament becomes a cipher, a key unlocking the path from shadow to enlightenment. By the 19th century, the Christmas tree had transformed into a symbol of joy and unity. From royal palaces to humble homes, its branches carried memories, traditions, and dreams. For the Obumbrati, the Christmas tree is not merely a tradition, it is a testament to the eternal cycle, a reminder that in shadow lies wisdom and in light the courage to grow. Uncover the shadow behind the light. Follow the path of the Obumbrati this holiday season. Join us. From all of us to all of you, have a merry holiday season. In the depths of winter, as darkness reigns.
Yeah, this is really cool. Personally, I really enjoy artificial trees that are, I take care of mine. I have the same, actually, every tree that I have is one that my grandmom gave me. So I've had the same ones forever. Of course, I've bought them over the years too, but I don't like the idea of chopping down trees for that reason, just to, I don't know. I just think it's so wasteful. I am, however, super pro of, if you want to have a live tree, having one that has the root ball so that you can plant it. My mom actually did that one time. She put it on the corner when we first moved into a house that we used to live in, and it was a Christmas tree size tree, and it ended up being way bigger than the house. It was all consuming and just amazing. It was truly really cool. And ever since then, if I ever buy a tree, it's gonna be real. Like, it's gonna have the ball of roots, so you can do that. I definitely urge you. And if you're not doing that, look around, see if there are any local goat farms or just farms in general, because a lot of times farmers will use them and goats love to eat them. So you don't have to just toss it. That's like the most heartbreaking thing to me, is that it was there being beautiful in its little family and providing nutrients and goodness to the world and oxygen, and then all of a sudden we just take it away, throw some lights on, and toss it in the trash. That's just like unacceptable. But there are some cool things you can do. Do you guys know why we have stockings?
Bizarre and disturbing origins of your favorite Christmas traditions. Hanging Christmas stockings on the fireplace is a rescue from prostitution. Old legend has it that Saint Nick was staying with a poor family, and the father could not wed off his 3 highly undesirable daughters, so to save them from starvation, he was going to sell them all into prostitution. Now, Saint Nick wanted to help, but he knew the father wouldn't take charity, so when he was leaving, he threw 3 sacks of gold through an open window. One of them landed in a stocking that was drying by the fireplace, and the rest is history. That's right, moms. When you fill your kids' stockings, you're saving them from prostitution. Everyone knows or has at least heard of the Christmas carol Good King Wenceslas. Well, Wenceslas was actually a real person in the 10th century, even though he was only a duke. And him and his brother Boleslas each ran over half of Czech. Now, Boleslas did not like this arrangement, so he arranged for a bunch of his guards to repeatedly stab Wenceslas and then have him dismembered in front of a church. But now he gets this fun little jingle. Hey kids, how you doing? Please stop watching. Santa was invented by rich New Yorkers to stop the pandemonium that happened around Christmas. Christmas used to be a huge drunken holiday in America, especially in New York. There was property damage, rioting in the streets, a bunch of drunken violence. It was out of hand. So, in order to curb this, New Yorkers of the upper class kind of tried to domesticate the holiday by talk of one who keeps tabs of rights and wrongs and focusing the holiday on the children.
They may have been onto something. Whether this is true or not, that maybe there's a way we could use this method. And I hate to be manipulative, truly, but maybe we can use this method to steer people in a better direction. Huh. I'm inspired. It's like positive manipulation. Oh. Here's another one about a movie.
So Jack Black has a new movie coming out called Dear Santa, all about a kid who writes a letter to Santa but accidentally sends it to Satan. And so the devil appears to him and literally grants him wishes and gives him the desires of his heart.
To Santa.
This looks like fun.
What do you want?
You summoned me.
Not what I expected.
You, my friend, are getting 3 wishes. By the way, after you make your wishes, I'm taking your soul. I could do for you. I'll be right back.
It's Post Malone. I'm worried Santa's going to trick me into getting my soul.
That kid's incorruptible.
Leave it to Hollywood to put out a movie teaching little kids that Satan is their friend and he can grant them wishes and give them whatever they want. All they have to do is sell him their soul. The devil is not hiding. He is in plain sight, and it reminds me of the Bible story when Jesus was fasting in the wilderness and Satan appeared to him and said, "I'll give you anything you want. Just bow down and worship me." The devil can give people power, money, fame, but it comes at the cost of your freedom and your soul, and it's never worth it. Huge L for Paramount, huge L for Jack Black. I know this movie is gonna tank because people don't want to watch movies and consume content that endorses Satan. If you like,
I don't think that's why it'll tank. I think if it doesn't do well, it's just because people aren't going to the movies right now. Like a local movie theater here where I live or nearby closed down right when I moved back to. It was like one of the main things that I was looking forward to is my old little movie theater, and it's not a movie theater anymore. I don't want to talk about it. Couple more for you guys.
Scary Christmas Urban Legends, Part 2. According to this legend, it was Christmas Eve, and a dad wanted to dress up as Santa to surprise his kids and wife. He got on his Santa suit and he decided to slide down his chimney. However, about halfway, he got stuck and died from asphyxiation. But it gets worse. That same night, his wife was like, let's start a fire, get in the cozy spirit. Shortly after, she realized a bad smell coming from the chimney. That's because it was her dead, burning husband. This legend always creeped me out as a kid. The scariest part is that this has happened before. A robber in England was trying to enter people's home through their chimneys, and, well, he got stuck. Obviously, the family didn't know that he was in there, and later started a fire, and, well, you know. So it's happened before. Don't climb in chimneys. Happy holidays. Follow me on YouTube for more creepy stuff.
Yeah, don't climb in chimneys. And honestly, that is not the most effective way to rob someone. Why would you go through? Like, that is crazy. What a crazy, like, train of thought. Just don't do this, guys. It's awful. Not worth it. Santa comes in different ways. When I was a little kid, my uncle dressed up like Santa, and he parked his car at the end of the road. We lived in the middle of nowhere, like on a dead-end street, and he left his lights on so they were red, and they told me that it was Rudolph, and he parked it down there, and he just came for a special visit for me. And I was like that little jerk kid, not on purpose, but I guess I'm told that I just looked at him and I said, "It's Uncle George." And unbeknownst to me, I broke his little heart for how much he wanted me to believe he was Santa. And there's a picture of me on his lap from that day, and I swear ever since I heard about how I ruined it, I can just see the disappointment in his eyes. I'm sorry, Uncle George. I love you. You were great, Santa.
This place celebrates Christmas in a scary way. This is Krampus.
We've discussed this tradition, this like whole celebration. But I just thought it was interesting because there's a little more footage about it, not just that one little parade clip. So I wanted to share more because, hey, it's Christmas and we can do whatever we want.
Krampus, a hairy horned devil who punishes and kidnaps bad children. And every year on December 5th, the Alpine regions of Austria and southern Germany celebrate Krampus Night. They do this with big parades where they can show off their beautiful but scary handmade costumes. The Krampuses march through the streets, often carrying big bells and chains. But it's not all mayhem. You see, Krampus is the evil counterpart of Saint Nicholas. and Saint Nicholas brings good children gifts on the day after Krampus night. Would you ever visit this celebration because...
That's wild. Would you guys go? It seems like it's probably very interesting. Those guys are so scary. The homemade mask. They are very good at mask making over there. Props, guys. Oopsies. So now we're gonna go over. I've got 2 good clips for you. This one's a little bit of a nostalgia thing, but also just kind of sweet. And then the other one is just food for thought. So here we go.
Memory card. Oh, this for the PlayStation 2.
What?
It's for the PlayStation 2.
That's me.
A PlayStation 2 game
What?
controller?
Again?
It's okay. It's okay.
The way the mom says, "I'm sorry, we tried," and the little kid's like, "It's okay."
It's okay. It's okay. It just shows you can. It shows that you care. It's okay. Hey, what's under the tree? It's heavy. It's a PS2.
Shannon knows more than you think.
That's some wholesome joy. How sweet. That's a really nice little kid who deserves that nice surprise. You could tell. Or did back then. Way back then. Let me get out of the way for this one. Es importante, my friends. That is so true. That is so true. It really is. And I know this because even this season, I tried so hard to, we all have things we worry about or stuff going on right now. Like, we all have that, right? But I just tried to focus on the good, focus on what would my mom like, or like hunting for the perfect gift, or decorating and wrapping presents. And I just tried to be just so deeply in those moments of restringing the lights of something or wrapping. And it's doing this. Like, I was so excited to show you guys like this ornament idea. And if you can just find yourself present in those moments, it's just as magical as it ever was. It's up to you. We create the magic. We always did. We just had some help from like adults when we were kids, most of us. But that's all. I want to leave you guys with that. Food for thought. I hope you are having a beautiful day. Me, my buddy, my families, we're all just lucky. And I just want to say thank you. So happy, merry Christmas. I hope it is everything that you could have ever dreamed. Be safe. Just know that you are so important, and I'm thinking about you and appreciating you every second. So to my beautiful family, Merry Christmas. I love you guys. And that's all. So good night. Wait, what do they say? Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.